Yeah.
They had a good one.
Yeah, they did. That was around COVID time. Really, that shit was funny as
They were
fuck.
doing that before.
Yeah, that
I
shit was
wonder why
funny.
they stopped.
That shit, them niggas probably ain't even friends no more. Ain't nobody friends from that time. Yo, you still friends with people from COVID, before COVID, bro? I don't know. You ain't learned nothing about them niggas during COVID time? Look, shit, you wasn't paying attention. That was the time you was supposed to see the real of everybody around that time. Either they was real scammers or true-hearted people, or your face was on point and you couldn't be scared out of shit. I'm telling you, that was the time to read everybody, and nobody was reading nobody. And I was like this, seeing everything. All right, let's see what's going on. My name is Ari, the Healing Empress, aka the Fly Goddess. 921 is significant. Virgo could be significant as well. All right, somebody paid something off, or somebody paid somebody off. Baby mother is snitching. What the fuck is going on in this energy? All right, so there's a baby mother that is telling. This shit keep coming out. All right, this baby mother could be a sibling. This could be anybody with a child. All right. Somebody didn't make a good decision. Somebody paid somebody off. Somebody paid somebody to be quiet. Somebody got to get out of your property. Somebody didn't make a good decision. All right, when it comes to something that belongs to you, paid off. Somebody paid somebody off to do something when it came to property. All right, and now somebody's sad and scared. This baby mama. This is why she's snitching. All right, Jacksonville, Florida is significant. What the fuck is going on? Do you hear this read? Jacksonville, Florida is significant. All right. You got new clientele coming your way. All right. I'm hearing money ventures. All right. New money is coming in. All right. There's a divine masculine leaving with you and not letting you go. All right. Let's see here. Somebody is taking up for you and the connection. They said you were them. All right, so somebody lied when it came to some paperwork or something that belongs to you. All right, this is why somebody is scared. Somebody said that they were you. Somebody impersonated you. All right, and a baby mother knows something about it. All right. All right, there's a lot of money involved here. It's a lot of money involved. Somebody could be lying about where they're getting their money from. All right, somebody getting ready to make your pregnancy special, or somebody's getting ready to make something special. All right, something new. Golden keys is here. You could be getting the key to something. Somebody can't pay some money back that belongs to you. Somebody was ordered to pay something. Somebody couldn't do it. Somebody who works at a contract job. All right, leaving your location. All right, you could be leaving quickly and quietly. All right, leaving anyways is here. All right, a father figure is significant, and somebody is mad. They have to pack up quick because they're getting karma. All right, somebody got to get the fuck up out your shit. Somebody child sick. All right, the last of the struggle moments. All right, somebody was trying to fuck up your stability. Somebody was trying to fuck up your stability. All right, somebody planned a theft. Somebody thought they thought this shit through. All right, when it comes to a house that belongs to you. Somebody know that you can find out anything that you want. All right, somebody's in love with you. All right, there's a sibling in your home, and this is what you finding out. This is why the baby mama snitching. All right, there's a fight that broke out at a cookout in Jacksonville. That shit gonna come out. Gonna keep coming out. Somebody is watching, needing to see this. All right. Somebody want to stay with you until jail. Somebody wants to stay with you. Damn, I said stay with you until jail. Somebody could be trying to go stay with somebody. Somebody could be trying to run. All right. Somebody wants to stay with you until y'all leave. If somebody, look, I hope ain't nobody trying to run when it comes to my shit, because, bitch, I'm going to know where you at. All right? I'm going to know where you at. So you ain't going to be hard to find. They're going to use me to locate your ass. All right? Somebody knows that you can find out information quickly and swiftly and frequently. And this is why if somebody looking for somebody, they're going to ask your ass where they at. All right? Somebody finna get ready to receive a new job. All right? You could be receiving a job with the government. Could be significant. All right, fake marriage certificate here. Money is coming in. All right, money is coming in when you think it's coming in. It's something about a specific month. All right, there's a new job here. Somebody wants to move away with you. Somebody is scared that you're leaving. All right. A father figure is significant. All right, somebody is noticing that what people are saying and reacting when it comes to you. All right, in your presence. All right, somebody is losing their mind when it comes to you. A parental. All right, expect attention from family members out of the blue. All right, daytime is significant. Somebody know they can't beat you. Somebody surprised at all that you know. All right. Things are changing for you and your son is significant. All right, somebody's getting ready to leave. All right, illegal transfer of deeds and title. All right, a male cousin could have helped. All right, Dre is significant. Derek is significant as well. Torn, Jerome, Charles is significant. Somebody is ready to leave. All right, resignation. All right, whoever helped this person transfer this deed over, somebody is resigning. All right, so somebody this could have been somebody. This could have been a realtor. This could have been somebody down at the courthouse. Somebody is resigning. All right, somebody finding out kids are not theirs. All right, but they're their friends or a cousins. All right, fake documentations is here. Somebody could be finding out about some fake ass documentation. All right. All right, somebody's getting karma. All right, when it comes to this illegal deed transfer. All right, somebody having a boy. Somebody could be having, somebody could be getting betrayed and having a baby by somebody else. All right, your money is rerouting to you. The judge's chambers. All right, ready to leave fake documentation and judge's chamber. All right, something to get ready to happen to a Mason. Somebody can't stand the fact that you will be more successful than them. All right, this was the whole reason why they did all of this. All right, somebody's getting their money and coming to stay with you until the next move. All right, unfaithful to them. All right, somebody who was unfaithful to them is not unfaithful to you. All right, something is happening in the future. Every abundance is here. All right, want love, money, and everything around you, career as well. All right, money and abundance is here. You got big abundance coming your way. All right, somebody definitely getting ready to go to jail. All right, servant. Somebody making the right choice. Somebody making the right choice. All right, there's a compound here with homes on it. Somebody sees that your gift is real. A detective knows that they tried to frame you. All right, they thought that this was the perfect crime, and it wasn't. Texas bound. Somebody could be going to Texas. Somebody could be hiding out or going to Texas to hide out. Louisville. A significant wife is here. All right, somebody is leaving somebody. All right, or a wife is leaving with somebody. All right, tomorrow. Somebody could be on the run. I don't care if we on the run. Huh? You talking about me? All right, relative at the courthouse. What I say? Somebody got a relative at the courthouse. Somebody resigned and they fucked around and found out that you was never the one. All right, somebody is mad because they can't get somebody to leave you alone. I can't leave them alone. Turn me on. All right, when you get this communication, funds will be available. All right, last step. All right, so this is the last step. All right, somebody is mad that they got to pack quickly. Somebody has to pack quickly because somebody got to get the fuck up out your shit. All right, so somebody thought they was going to be in your shit and you was going to be in the ground. All right, new moon is significant. Somebody going to jail. Somebody's going to jail. How the fuck my TikTok keeps starting over like that? That shit be pissing me off. It be at 10 minutes and then the timer just starts over. All right, protecting your pregnancy and neighbor is here. Hello, neighbor is significant. Somebody child play that. They gonna be like, damn, I know what that is. That's what Drewski looked like Hello Neighbor. The dude off of Hello Neighbor. Joe Jackson did look like the dude off of lip biting animal. Lip. All right, what's going on? What's going on, y'all? All right, I am doing paid readings only. All right, this is a paid read. Paid reads only, no collectives today. All right, Chase is here. All right, so something could be getting ready to happen for you and your son. All right, for you and your children. Get ready to move in a house. Oh, I love it. All right, changing their view about you. Somebody's changing their view when it comes to you. All right, somebody is reaping what is sowed. Somebody has to prove that something belongs to them, and this is a house that you're gonna get ready to move into. Happy life is here. Somebody going to jail, and you moving in a home that belongs to you. All right, time is up. Jail is here. Somebody reaping what they sow. All right, there's a messenger bringing you some sort of message. All right, so somebody's bringing what? Oh, I'm like, what the hell? Somebody's bringing some sort of message towards you. All right, get the fuck out of here. Nigga made a fake page just so they can stalk. It's crazy. I'm looking at this nigga name.
What is it, man? This page is something.
Look, no. This that nigga that stayed in Colorado. Remember that nigga that stayed in Colorado? Yeah, I done blocked this nigga. And I see this nigga other page. There's no way I should see your other page. You on the outside of the screen looking in. All right, Golden Key is here. Golden Key. All right, right one but wrong one. All right, so somebody is fucking around and finding out. All right, is what I'm hearing. Somebody getting ready to go to jail. All right, somebody is completely changing their ways. Somebody is completely changing their ways. All right, Wedding Bells is here, and somebody getting arrested on the other end. So you got a commitment coming your way, but somebody getting arrested. Somebody is looking crazy because they said all of these lies about you just for them to turn around and get arrested. All right, feds is moving in. Somebody knows you will walk away easily and quickly. All right, it's time to go get ready. All right, so it's time to go. It's time to get ready. All right, paying for a high job, paying. Somebody wants to give you a high-paying job. All right, full moon is significant, so you could be receiving something by the full moon. All right, so somebody went and got a reading on you from another reader. All right, doorman and security is significant. Somebody could do security work. Somebody could do doorman work. All right, if somebody wants to do something sweet for you, you are being prepared for a new life. You are being prepared for the new life God is granting you with. All right, and a lot of shit is backfiring to this baby mama. All right, because somebody been doing spell work. All right, and that shit going back on the child, which is going back on the baby mama. All right, your dreams are getting ready to become your reality. All right, you're getting ready to sign something so that you can leave. All right, so y'all feel like you are signing something and Spirit wants you to leave early. All right, X worked with family and cult. All right, I'm sorry. Family worked with your family to get a cut. All right, donation readings are available at this time. Does anybody want a donation read? All right, whatever you send in. All right, if you're wanting unlimited for an entire year, unlimited for a year, $40. All right, for one person. Unlimited for a year for one person. Somebody going against the grain when it comes to you. All right, somebody's betting on you. Social Security. Somebody could be getting a lot of money when it comes to Social Security as well. All right, yeah, win millions here. Somebody getting a lot of money. All right, from the government. Somebody is sorry, but they only sorry they got called. Oh, you're only sorry you got called. Somebody put on quite a show, and now somebody on the run. Not going from Rihanna to on the run. All right, there's a baby mama telling everything that she knows to save herself. This bitch going against the grain to save her own ass. All right, from another device, somebody could be trying to reach out to you. All right, reaping benefits. All right, somebody didn't know that they were being watched. All right, somebody didn't know that they was being watched, so somebody could be contacting you from another device. All right, somebody's scared as fuck. Somebody signed your name on some paperwork. They was not supposed to do that. Somebody did something from another device thinking that IP address wasn't going to get caught. All right, signing paperwork to get your money. Somebody was signing paperwork to get your money. Somebody could have been signing paperwork over the phone to get your money. All right, somebody been doing transactions through emails. All right, verification through emails. Urgent messages here. All right, this baby mama finna contact you because niggas is dying. All right, and this motherfucker thinks she next. What I say, bad health. Bad health is here. She is next. All right, this person is addicted to narcs. Is very significant. All right, somebody wants to come stay with you. All right, you got court officials here. All right, so court officials is on this baby mama neck. You hear me when it comes to this baby father. All right, somebody hates that you're unbothered. Somebody's in deep regret. All right, somebody is past the deadline. Something's up. All right, mother is here. Something is up. All right, money is coming in so that you can relax. All right, donation readings are available. Is anybody want any readings on love? All right, stolen money. All right, jobs, relocation, cord cuttings, road openers. All right, amplifying your money. Unlimited reads, one person. All right, $40 for an entire year. All right, if you are interested, not many reads. If you are wanting a 30-minute video, they are $20 at this time. Questions are 2 for $10. Any reads, I'm gonna end the live on YouTube in a few minutes. All right. Let's see what's going on over here. All right, something's happening within the next 24 hours. Some sort of important information is coming to light. All right, whether somebody is calling to tell you something or you could be receiving some sort of download or aha moment. All right, somebody knows that you aren't happy with them. All right, and you're not trying to talk to them at all. All right, somebody could be doing something that you don't see. All right, within the next 24 hours. All right, divine masculine ready to do the right thing. All right, so there's a divine masculine that could be ready to do the right thing. This could be somebody that you're not talking to at this time. All right, somebody want to spoil the shit out of you within the next 24 hours. All right, there's an inheritance here. All right, stolen but on the way. Damn, I threw the fuck out of that goddamn card. All right, so somebody knows that they can't get over on you. All right, somebody knows that you ain't going for the dumb shit, baby. You don't give a fuck about shit and don't. And don't. All right. Oh. And don't. All right, if anybody's interested, unlimited reads to the end of the year. I'm sorry, one person, unlimited reads for an entire year. For $40 for an entire year of unlimited reads. All right, for one person and one person only. All right, somebody knows that they can't get over on you. All right, old lover is here. Somebody is not letting you get away. All right, a grandmother is significant. Passed on grandmother. All right, somebody is coming in to make some sort of decision. Somebody could be finding out about spell work. All right, pregnancy is here. Sagittarius, Capricorn, there's a new beginning happening. All right, somebody is being watched by the police. Police is involved. All right, road trip is here. All right, somebody getting ready to get a surprise. All right. All right, if anybody is wanting a reading, then now is the time. I am not doing any more readings today. All right, after 12 o'clock. So if you are wanting a reading today, no more readings after 12 o'clock. So if you're wanting a reading, now is the time. Where's my other damn? Okay. All right, partnership is here. Somebody could be coming in for a partnership. Somebody who thinks you're beautiful. All right, you could be getting a money call. Somebody wants to be loyal to you. All right. Tonight you say, oh, tomorrow go today. My baby, my baby. Good news about a home. You're going to receive some sort of good news about a home. All right. They were never going to win. All right. Whoever was trying to take something from you, they was never going to be able to do this shit. All right. You could have been single for a while, or you could have been single for a while. There's a sudden quick change happening. Motherfuckers underestimated you. All right, and you are getting ready to do something by your goddamn self. All right. Let's see. All right, Sweden is significant. Switzerland is significant. Overseas accounts, money laundering, wiring money is significant. All right, and handcuffs, police is getting ready to be called. Somebody's sick in the fucking head. Somebody been doing witchcraft. All right, the universe is helping you. All right, they see what the fuck going on. Somebody doing illegal shit. Tallahassee, Florida is significant. All right, or the South, it could be significant, or just Florida alone. All right. Hinesville, Georgia is here. So you got Florida and Georgia is significant. Something could be happening in Florida and Georgia. 24 hours came out again in a whole nother deck. All right. Let's see. All right, Rashawn is here. Jacksonville, Florida is significant. Tomorrow is significant. Purple. All right, something is happening when it comes to for this Empress or for you. All right, within the next week. All right, you will soon find out. All right, real friends is significant. Somebody is planning a trip for you 1 week. All right, twin children could be significant. All right, and your son. All right, Junior is significant. Out of state, divine masculine. 1 month. Somebody bringing you flowers. Somebody coming to see you. All right, so somebody want to come and see you. All right, an aunt is significant. Obesity, big back bitch is significant. All right, a big bitch with braids is significant. All right, paper trail. Paper trail. A niece is significant. Michaela is here. All right, somebody linked up on your behalf. A nephew is significant, finally moved. All right, somebody is trying to invade your dreams. Somebody is trying to invade your dreams. All right, if anybody is interested in a read, they are available. All right. All right. Spirit say be still. Something is getting ready to happen for you. You're getting ready to leave immediately. You're getting ready to leave a situation immediately. Something that you're not, a situation that you're not comfortable in. All right, somebody's holding on to a truth, scared to tell you. 7 days is significant. What is this truth? What is this truth? What does this truth have something to do? Somebody feel trapped. Ace of Wands. What does this truth have something? What does this truth have something to do with? All right. Protection. All right, and lust is here. Somebody could have tried. Somebody could be trying to do something on purpose. Somebody could be trying to lie about something to trap somebody. Somebody in thought. Jay, give me that card. Somebody's in thought about in a distant future. Alright, so somebody has some sort of truth. Let's see what this truth is. What is this truth? What is this truth? 5-5, I see. How somebody truly feels about you. I don't know, it's like somebody is scared to tell you a truth. Alright, donation readings are available. Alright, donation readings are available. If you're wanting unlimited reads for a year, $40. Alright, this is a paid reading. There's no collective readings today. Alright, and I won't be doing any more readings after 12. So if you are wanting a reading, please go ahead and book, all right? So you can get your reading today. All right, achievement. Yeah, you're achieving something, all right, because of your ambition. You're not letting nothing bother you. All right, so you got some shit coming in. And again, I'm going to say, throw shit away. Flying monkey is here. Yeah, you're getting ready to celebrate. Something's getting ready to happen for you. Ace of Pentacles is here. You got money coming in. You ain't got shit to worry about. All right. Something's getting ready to go in your favor. All right. Is anybody wanting unlimited readings? Who you was talking to, huh? Did you get the bag?
No, bro.
When? You keep saying that. Do you keep talking to everybody? Huh?
They're open all day.
Yeah, but... Okay, well then go get it out there. Alright, messages here. Alright, you're going to find out something about some money. Alright, within the next week. Within the next week. What's going on? Alright, if anybody is wanting unlimited readings, alright, for $40 for a year. Damn, it got hot in this bitch. Alright, unlimited readings for a year for $40 for one person. Alright, if you are interested in a 30-minute video, they are 2020. Alright, I'm not doing any readings after 12 o'clock. I'm not accepting any new readings after 12 o'clock. So if you are wanting a read, baby, now after 12 o'clock, I ain't doing shit for the rest of the day. So tomorrow, y'all won't see me. Alright, so if you are interested in getting a read, now is the time. Alright, I'm going to pull a few more cards on this personal read, and then I'm going to end this live over here on YouTube. Let's see. What's coming in today for this person? Hey, Binky. Alright, walking away, alright, and working on yourself. Alright, so you could have walked away and worked on yourself. Oh my God, sorry. Alright, so what's going on, love? You could have walked away and decided to work on yourself. Alright. You're finally getting ready to move. Right, there's some sort of offer coming your way. All right, that's going to guide you in a direction that's needed. All right. All right, everything is fine. All right, Four of Cups is here. All right, so you're getting ready to get something when you least expect it. All right, Magician is here. All right, in Tower Moment, something's coming in quick. All right. Yeah, something's coming in quick. Ace of Wands. There's an Emperor coming in quick. All right, this is something that you don't see. All right, let's see. Coming in for what? Coming in for what? Somebody wants to balance something out. Damn, that shit came out twice. Nine of Swords. Somebody is lost without you. Lost without you. Somebody could be lost without you, but don't know how the fuck to use their goddamn words. Is what I'm hearing. All right. Somebody could be coming to give you something, and you're just over the bullshit. All right. Somebody is manifesting something. Guard up, baby. You got justice coming in. All right. You got some sort of offer here. Some sort of love offer. Somebody want to make something right. All right, somebody want to give to you. So you could be in conflict when it comes to somebody just chilling by yourself. All right, you got some sort of victory getting ready to happen. There's a victory that's getting ready to happen for you. All right, I'm going to go ahead and close out this read. Is anybody wanting a read over on YouTube before I close it out? Two of Cups. All right, somebody's coming in with some sort of offer. I feel like an offer of forgiveness is what I'm feeling like. Let's see these cards. Yeah, darkness. Somebody can't see without you. All right, opportunity. Somebody coming in to heal something. All right. Uncle's here. Protection. Cosmic order. Cosmic order. Somebody going through a dark night of the soul when it comes to you. Wealth, reward, finances. All right, somebody could be thinking that you're getting ready to leave their ass too and leave them behind. Trapped, stagnant. All right, this energy could be stagnant. All right. Yeah, somebody's going through some sort of depression, trying to hide it. All right, bless you. Somebody going through depression trying to hide it. All right, when it comes to you. All right, and that is your read. Is anybody else wanting a read over here on YouTube? What's going on, son? Chosen. All right, if you are in the room, please tap the screen or I will block. All right, so I know that you're not a bot.